guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So today I have a review for you that is by Super Clean. Do you want to know what this is about? Stay tuned. Okay, you guys. So Super Clean got a hold of me and they asked if I'd be willing to try out some of their products and test them out and show you guys if I like them and what I thought about them. So I said yes, and this is what they had sent. They did send me this big bottle right here. It says Super Clean Tough Task Cleaner Degreaser. Dissolves grease, super easy, super fast, biodegradable ingredients. And then this one is their new Easy Spray aerosol can. And this is Tough Task Cleaner Degreaser, dissolves grease, super easy, super fast. So you have it in an aerosol version and a spray bottle. They also have it in like a concentrated bottle as well. They have different types of ways you can purchase their product in using the degreaser, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to start testing this out. I'm gonna try to find different things to use so we can see how it works. Now this one says it's perfect for super tough messes, engines, grills, and brakes. That's what it shows directly on the can. This is the aerosol version of it. And it says directions to avoid damaging surfaces. Always pre-test on an inconspicuous area. Cover the surface with Super Clean in the appropriate strength, allowing time to dissolve grease and grime. Do not allow to dry on the surface. Rinse thoroughly and dry as needed. Depending on how you're using your Super Clean, wear gloves or eye protection. For more safety tips, visit superclean.com. Now they sent me a paper here that says dissolve grease, super easy, super fast. And it tells you like if you were to get the concentrated, how much to add to it for different areas and how long to keep them on. So I do have a little sheet that will go over some stuff, but they even have like floor absorbent. They have the foaming solution. So they have, like I said, they have different ways that you can use their product depending on what you're trying to do. The floor absorbent is absorbs spills, super easy and super fast. It's good for home, garages, manufacturing, sport fields, farms, transportation, airports, for any, and it's also sold at AutoZone. So that is awesome. I can't wait to start cleaning, you guys, and seeing. I have to have things clean, and I really can't stand if things are not really clean. So I'm so glad that they're gonna help me keep things clean around my house from inside to out. They also sent me a shirt as well, which is so cool. So now I'm going to be able to do my super cleaning in my shirt as well. So that is really cool. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this to the test, and we're gonna test it out and see what it does. Okay, so here is, I don't think I've ever even opened this barbecue. That's his job, and he always says he doesn't like cleaning it, and I can tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and I'm gonna just spray it all over and see what happens. Some of this stuff looks like it might be rust, so I don't think it's going to clean everything, but let's see what it will do. Okay, so here is the final outcome. The whole, from the outside, it pretty much looks almost brand new, other than the simple fact that I do have normal wear and tear with that rust. Nothing can be done with that, but that wasn't grease to become, you know, to have it taken off. That was completely black, and now you can actually see the metal. So I do think that it definitely worked, and it did a whole lot of wonders on this barbecue, and it definitely brought it back to good standards. Okay, you guys, so now I'm going to put this to the test, and I'm going to try to clean this oven that has never been cleaned in 5 years. That's right. As you can see on the top of the lid, all of that brownness and all those streaks and grease on the lid. Yep. And then inside, that is the sides of the oven. So let's see what happens. I'm going to use the degreaser, the foam, what's left of this from cleaning the grill. And yes, while I was bringing the barbecue in, our bipolar weather here in Florida, it literally started pouring down rain before I could even get it inside. So yes, I'm wet. I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes. Okay, so it took a lot out, but not nearly as enough. Like the door still looks exactly the same to me. So I'm gonna put some more on it and let it sit a little longer. Okay, so I needed to put in some elbow grease, so I use a Brillo pad. This side is pretty much all clean. I still need to do the back and this whole side over here. Okay, guys, so I used a razor blade for the glass and a Brillo pad for everything else, and now I pretty much have a brand new oven. After that broke everything up, everything else was able to be cleaned with no problem, and now I have a new oven. Now that the oven is clean, I noticed that the racks are not so clean. This is how they both looked. And then I did put the solution on, and then I cleaned them with the Brillo pad, and now they look like this, brand new. So then once I do that one, I can put everything back in, and now my whole oven is nice and shiny. It looks brand new, you guys. I'm super, super excited. I kept staring at this for days. All right, you guys, so now I am back to finalize with my super clean products. And I'm gonna say I am so amazed. Like, let me just tell you, when I started with the barbecue, this is the first thing that I started with, because when I got these products, we had some crappy weather. It took me a few weeks to even have decent weather to go outside, because one of the projects that I wanted to do was use it on the barbecue. Because like I said in the video, that barbecue has never been cleaned. It is literally almost 5 years old, and he has never cleaned it. He's cleaned the grill part, but as far as like the inside, the outside, he never cleaned any of that. So when I first opened it, it was black, and I was like, oh boy, you have your work cut out for you. Little did I know, it didn't even bat an eye with that one. It like took almost everything off the back of it. And then when I went to squirt it down, you can definitely see, like, I did not even scrub. All I did was just use the aerosol can, sprayed everything down, went back and sprayed one more time because it's been 5 years. And I closed it and I walked over, I grabbed my hose and I went right back. Like, I didn't even let it sit. Like, I didn't even let it sit. If I let it sit, can you imagine? Nothing probably would have been all silver. I don't know. I could now go back and scrub it and do a little bit of elbow grease. But it's the barbecue, and if he's never gonna clean it in 5 years, it looks almost new to me, so I'm fine. But again, if I wanted it to come out more, all I had to do was probably let it sit a little bit longer or do another session of it, but I wanted to use other things too, so I didn't want to use that whole can on that nasty barbecue. So that was amazing though. As soon as I sprayed it and all that black came off, I was like, holy, oh, you're a miracle worker. That's right. So then I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, let me go, because I've had this stain on a rug. It's a rug that leads in, it's like our I don't even know what you want to call it. It's like our enclosed patio, and you walk on it to go outside. And there's always this one stain, and I walk on this rug every single day, and I see the stain every single day, and I've tried to clean it, but I'm like, you know what, whatever, it doesn't want to come out. It's an outdoor rug. It's gonna get replaced soon anyway, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. So when I did the barbecue and I happened to look over and I saw that, I'm like, let's see what this does. So I grabbed the spray bottle, and you see, I took it right off. Like, what stain? What stain? So then I went to my door, I got off greasy fingerprints on my door, and then I found out in my gym room, it took off marks on my gym room floor that I've literally tried so many things to do, because the last time I moved the room around, now you can see them because they're like right in the way of like the walkway. You can see all those black lines, and it was from moving the equipment around, and I've tried everything to get it off and nothing worked. Until Super Clean. That took it off like as if it was just like dirt. I'm like, what in the world? I'm so grateful for this product though. So then after that, I mosey on into the house and I go to my kitchen. I'm like, okay, let's do the stove. Now I'm gonna be honest, my stove does not have a clean, like a clean setting where you press it and it cleans, self-cleaning. That's what I was trying to think of. Our oven does not have a self-cleaning option. So I've tried several times to clean the oven. I always keep something on the bottom, so the bottom is never get dirty because I replace that. Anything that like lands on it's like an oven liner cover. I've always had one in my oven. So the bottom of my oven doesn't look too bad. It's just a little bit going up the sides, and the whole inside of the door lid, the whole lid, the door, the inside, that was really bad. And I hate to even show it, but it was pretty bad. Nothing would come off. It was grease. Like I've tried almost everything. So then when I tried Super Clean and I put it on there, it didn't take everything off like the barbecue did, but it got everything like pretty, it took off like half of it at first, and then I guess I kind of lifted it up enough to where I could use a razor blade, and I just used elbow grease for the rest of it and used a razor blade and took off the glass, and I used a Brillo pad and scrubbed everything else off. So it did not make my oven 100% like I've seen online, but at least helped it 50%, and it broke up the other to where all I had to do was put in some work, and I have a brand new oven. So I'm so thankful. I don't care if I sat there and scrubbed that shit forever. I have a brand new looking oven, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Thanks to Super Clean. Okay, so then after my oven, and I should have just stopped there. I should have. But at least now I can warn you on this part. When I went to walk in my house, I had moved the rugs out because once I was done, I ended up mopping and everything just in case anything fell like on the floor around. I just wanted my kitchen to now be 100% clean when I was done. So when I have like thicker padded rugs, like plush kitchen rugs. So it sits up like this high. So when the rug was moved and I went to walk in the house, because it's a step up, I saw underneath my cabinet and I saw like a line. I'm like, ooh, let me grab my Super Clean, let me clean that. And I show you guys, if I would have just stayed with me spraying it on the towel and just wiping it off like I did in the first part, that's what I did. I just wiped it off and it came off. And then here goes Tracy. And then wiping it off like as if it was something really, really like dirt and grime, like that wasn't gonna come off. And I kind of scrubbed a little, and I took the paint off. But that wood was never really painted. So it's like a white wash that's already, you buy it like that. It wasn't painted. So if you have something that's not really painted, just be careful because it'll come off. So now I need to paint it, which is fine because it should have been painted before it even got put down there. Hence why some people try to cut corners. I can just picture my man just cut it and just hung it when it probably should have been painted. And if it was painted, it wouldn't have happened. So just be careful when you're using it on products that are unfinished, like as far as paint, because it might take it off. That's all I'm saying. Test a little spot first. Don't just go gung-ho and just spray the shit out of it like I did. But then now I at least can hopefully save somebody out there from doing the same mistake, maybe. Oh well, you live and you learn. I'm so thankful that they got a hold of me because now I have like a new barbecue and I definitely have the cleanest oven in my entire city, probably in my entire county, unless somebody just bought a brand new oven. Then they'll have a cleaner oven because it's brand new. But as far as a used oven that they've had, especially mine being 5 years old, I have the cleanest oven in my county. I can almost say I'm very well saying. So again, I'm so thankful that they sent these to me so I can show you guys. Everything will be linked down below if you would like to check out their products. And yeah, so comment down below, let me know, have you heard of Super Clean? Have you used any Super Clean products? It's not just for men and using it for their vehicles anymore. They have them for the kitchen and other things too. But comment down below and let me know, have you used them? Do you want to now? Have you seen their commercials? I've definitely seen their commercials. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I know what that is. I see it like an AutoZone. Again, I thought it was just like for degreaser for cars, but oh no, it's degreaser for a lot more. So I learned something through all of this, and that's awesome because I love to learn. So again, comment down below, let me know what you thought. Your positive interaction means the world, and I greatly do appreciate it, as I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. So until next time, you know that drill. Keep a smile on that gorgeous face of yours, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Crafty crew, out.